Y'all already know what it is. It's Thronebreaker. Alright, new map. We're gonna be meeting our son right now for a little talk with him. You know, we gotta give him a good little spanking here. Probably not gonna be a spanking, but it's gonna be something at least. What you
Never thought I'd see the day. The Queen's returned.
Hell yeah, she has. We back, baby. Milady, our soldiers are losing patience. They can't bear to see Nilfgaardians' flags fly on our kingdom's borders. They long to see the Rivian coat of arms claim the rightful place. Your grace, I know more urgent matters require your attention, but this would surely raise morale. Wholeheartedly, I agree. We shall pay a new brand banner at once. I want to be bothered with such a prideful nonsense. We move on. We're kind of low on cash. We shall move. This is actually kind of good. I think this is fine. I mean, our morale's already high. Back in Rivia.
Rivia. And here I feared I would see it no more.
I believed you would. I believed you could succeed. Be victorious, your grace.
We've not arrived just yet, Reynard. Look. Black flags still flutter over the cities. We've yet much work before us. More battles to fight. More blood to spill.
Oh, and that's one of them. That's one of the battles. Well, I think this is just a regular battle, so I'm just gonna skip this one to the victory screen. I'll see you soon. Alright. Let's go. I think I have to start. I think I do have to change something in my deck, though. I have to probably remove Catervine, because these Nilfgaardian soldiers have a lot of armor. So, maybe fake Florin back could be okay. Wait, why do I not have Reynard in this deck? I mean, Royal Decree is pretty busted. Let's just add Royal Decree.
You need my
See
help
what
with anything?
Schuttenbach has to say.
Anything at all. I've ideas aplenty.
Long you've travelled, Barnabas. The wonders you must have seen. Likely visited many exotic lands before you reached Mahakam.
Corvia, yes. Matina, yes. Nazir, doubly. Zerikania, gods, yes. And Korath, even. I mean, such beauty there, though hot. Oh, dreadfully so. Horrible place to grow turnips, if you've ever a mind to try.
Siri knows about Korath.
Grat lived there a spell as well, but I didn't much care for it.
Why ever not?
The hierarch, intractable man, banned one of my inventions, condemned it as unholy, vile, etc., etc. Decided he would burn both of us at the stake. As you can imagine, we had a difference of opinion in that regard.
Perhaps I shall regret this, but do tell. What was the thing you created exactly?
Oh god, what is it gonna be?
I knew you'd be interested.
Probably like a fire extinguisher.
Dear Queen, where 2 peas of a feather. Quite the clever contraption it was. Made for a widow, wealthy but aching with longing. In her husband's absence, tormented by unfulfilled needs.
Stop right there. I knew I'd regret asking.
And see, it had this special crank that when rotated... As you command, Your Majesty.
Barnabas, you sly dog, you sly dog.
Noted. But by the gods, please, let's change the subject.
From Duke Ardal Abdahi. Sergeant, Queen Weave approaches Rivia. Though her ultimate failure is assured, we cannot rule out the possibility that she will breach the cordon at the border. Thus, I recommend all outpost commanders to conceal division treasuries. In the unlikely event of failure at the border, our resources shall nevertheless not fall into the enemy hands. Mark the location of your hidden coffers on the map and dispatch it to high command immediately. Well, that didn't go as planned now, did it? Oh, what's going on here? Milady, this pit bodies piled in appears to be peasants. Their hands bound and throats slit. Has everyone look of the mass execution? What would you have us do? Nothing to help these unfortunate souls. We've arrived too late. A proper burial they're owed. It's too late. It's too late, lads. It's too late for you lads, I'm sorry. What's this question?
We needed but set one foot into the Ruwode to know something was amiss. The sickening stench of rot hung in the air. Flies swarmed in thick clouds, and crows cawed in a deafening cacophony. What had caused this murder to amass? Well, Neve's scouts soon found out.
Your Majesty,
Reported a certain Sergeant Nadamur.
not far from here, past the bend, there's a cotton and it's full of bodies. Our boys and the blackclads alike. Bodies mutilated, horribly so, guts ripped open, entrails strewn about, heads locked. Somewhere, well,
Yes?
branches embrace him, grip him tight, as if the trees They strangled them.
Skoyatel.
Hearing this, the Queen ordered a halt to their march. They would go no further, she thought, till they knew what had killed those men. Luckily, witnesses were soon found. A haggard band of resin burners emerged from a nearby dugout, black with dirt, covered in dried blood.
Milady,
Their eldest stammered.
Blackins came and started felling the wood. Forced folk to chop away, to make way for a town, they said. They pushed hard, right to the heart of the forest where the old oaks grow, and awoke some foulness. The whole camp, blackclads and loggers alike. Done in one night. No time even to draw their weapons. We was lucky. Found pits to hide in. Just heard of something huffed and puffed while talking to the trees, no less.
Reynard ordered medics to tend to the tar makers, then turned to Meave.
We cannot wash our hands of this, Your Grace. The Nilfgaardians awoke the monster, yes, but it kills Rivians just as readily.
Meave stood at the edge of the clearing and pricked her ears. The Ruwode echoed with the cawing of crows, which seemed to perch on its every twig.
Is it leshen?
She also heard the
probably
howl of
leshen.
wolves and a hollow rattling, as if branches whipped in the wind, though the day was fair and still.
That Geralt. He just had to desert me.
The Queen removed
Oh, yeah.
herself to avoid snags and trundled
goddammit,
toward
Geralt.
the heart of the wood. Her soldiers followed, clutching cocked crossbows to sweaty cheeks.
I, Queen Meave, hereby proclaim that upon regaining my throne I shall raise the geld and poll tax threefold in order to ensure the realm's populace has appropriately compensated the royal treasury for wartime expenses incurred. Similarly, I shall increase compulsory labor twofold. Whosoever attempts to withhold property from royal collectors shall have their hands severed at the wrist and their eyes gouged with a red-hot iron. That's some fake news right there. Your Majesty, a tree's been snapped clear in half. Oh god, we're gonna mess this up, aren't we? Okay, we're gonna make the woods angry. Alright, we're fighting these ghouls. It's a standard battle, so you know what's happening. Yay! Let's go. Easy victory versus ghouls, as always. Oh, there it is. There's a leshen. I knew it. What's good, my man? How you doing?
Deep in the wood, it grew cool, with a thin fog filling the air. Meave pushed past a large branch of hazel and froze. Before her stood a tall figure, nearly human in form, save the moss-covered deer skull in place of its head. Empty eye sockets burning with naked flame, the monstrosity hurled itself at Meave with a roar.
Rally to me!
Cried Meave, raising her shield.
Everyone! Anyone, to me!
Time to protect the queen! Special was eliminate leshen. 700-point leshen? Get out of here. I can't eliminate that. Alright, what does this do? Whenever this unit takes damage, deal bonus damage of 0. The amount of bonus damage increases upon whenever it takes damage. Alright, every 2 turns on turn start, move to the other row and damage all units on the opposite row by 2. Deathwish increase the damage taken by leshen's weak spot by 4.
Be wary. We know not what this thing can do.
Father, what have we got ourselves into this time?
Ah!
Again and again.
A fascinating specimen. I must study it once we're finished.
Oh, we got Isabel.
Make love.
Oh, Isabel's
not
busted. We have to
war.
protect Isabel under every cost.
For you, pal, anything.
And I'm actually just gonna do this right now.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Ooh, Reynard. Okay.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
It's very good, actually.
Easier they are to target.
Alright, Barnabas.
I think you'll really like this one.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, wait, this could work. I mean, it's big for gas cotton. Don't know what else is really that big for.
There's been a mistake.
Thing about the slings, they hide well.
Well. There you go. Now she's getting them points. But how do I still win this?
Carny victuals.
I think I yoink you. Alright, we're already on 114 with Isabel. How much does she do? 120 at this point.
Left, right, left, right.
Ooh, and we do 22 damage now. This could be interesting. Nice. This could carry us pretty hard. Oh yeah. It's probably. I mean, wait, does it actually? Just discard everything here. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, this should be good now. 300 plus we still have the alchemist. Is this enough? It should be, right? Oh, just about not. Oh wait. Hold up. Yeah, let's go. Die. How do you kill this leshen? It seems kind of impossible, honestly. But yeah, we win still.
Believe it's dead, whatever that means for such a thing.
Attacked from all sides, the monster teetered and swayed, fighting off their blows with ever greater difficulty. Finally, it fell to the ground and fell apart, like an undone bundle of twigs. In disbelief, Meve towed the pile of dried branches and scraps of bark. She saw no blood, no entrails, as if no monster had ever stood there. As if it had all been a dream.
We return to the road.
Meve said, crushing the beast's deer-like skull under her heel.
Oh.
Ah, and Reynard, I've a request.
Yes, Your Grace?
Once we regain the realm and return to the capital, remind me to issue an edict. No one is to enter these woods, not to log nor even to gather brush. Just in case.
Those dwelling near the Ruwoad heaved a sigh of relief, and the Lyrians returned to fighting an invader who, after what they'd faced in those woods, no longer seemed so frightening.
So, Nilfgaard is less scary than a little leshen. Well, someone hasn't played Witcher 3, am I right, guys? Am I right, guys?
A robust rain hither comes.
My queen, the village has been slaughtered to the last not soul remaining. That is safe for a few Nilfgaardians. They claim to have arrived only recently in order to learn the fate of their collector. He had arrived in the village a few days past and has since vanished without a trace. What shall we do with the Blackclads? They've offered to buy their freedom. Their release, however, may lead to unrest with our soldier. They shall join our force? Nah. It's either money and low morale, or shackle and bound them. 500 is kind of something, but we're gonna have them. This time we're kind of mad. We are pissed. Oh, we got a puzzle here, and we got a treasure chest. Cool. What do we get? Nice little Witcher border. That's cool. All right, let's see what this puzzle is all about. Combine at least 3 identical cards in order to damage the wyvern. Use your leader ability. Okay. Whoa, what the hell is going on here? This card cannot be played. Combine at least, use your leader ability. All right, move a card to an adjacent vertical or horizontal position. We have to, whenever at least 3 identical cards are destroyed, damage self by the amount destroyed. So it's like Candy Crush. I gotta start with this. Oh, it's Candy Crush, okay. Oh, it's a bug. It's just gonna keep spawning these cows, eh? Okay, thanks for that, I guess. I mean, that's game over, I guess. I played some Candy Crush in my life. I know how that works. Alright, let's look at this Big Nilfgaardian gate. Oh, let's look at this. Rivians, I, Queen Meve, hereby proclaim that upon regaining our homeland. Oh yeah, okay. So it's just like bad, like it's like bad propaganda. I mean, it's like anti-propaganda. They're trying to make me look bad.
Meve arrived at the walls of Grata, famed for fine rugs and woven tapestries. The city's artisans had been at work, no doubt pressed by the Nilfgaardians. For atop the tallest spire, that of the town hall, flapped a lustrous ebony flag, a sun of golden threads at its center. So vast was the banner, Gascon whistled in admiration.
Gotta admit, the Blackclads certainly have panache.
And a vast and powerful army, I'd remind you.
Reynard interjected.
Nah, come on,
Robbers line
Reynard.
the
You're so
walls.
dry.
That stench in the air, hot tar. And our scouts claim the Blackclads stand armed to the hilt with the best Mahakam has to offer. Victory's not likely to come cheap, I fear.
Yeah, we're gonna assault these dudes, man. That's what we do. We chew bubblegum and we kick Nilfgaardian ass. And we're all out of bubblegum, so...
No cost is too high.
Said Meve, a hardness in her voice.
Reynard, Gascon, ready our men to attack.
The Lyrians needed no more encouragement.
Yeah.
Since arriving, they had reveled in anticipation of taking the city, then ripping the banner from its spire.
Yeah. Let's go. Fight some Nilfgaardians. It's a shortened battle, okay. Alright, so it's like... Oh, it's... Okay, it's one of them things. What do you got? Arbalest, though, that's pretty bad. Could you kill them all with, like, Alzur's Thunder? It's not too bad. I'm fine with
It
this.
will be difficult, Your Grace. The walls are strong.
The walls are strong. No. I thought I could cap these off immediately. Alright, I'm gonna Regiment Drummer. Oh wait, they can kill. Could they kill this guy? They deal 8 damage. They need. Oh god, I messed up. I already messed up. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, now I go first. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to go first from the start.
That's no problem.
Yeah, whatever.
Blood washes away all shame!
Again and again.
The gate! Someone's opening the gate!
Oh, who's opening the gate?
March!
Wait, who just opened the gate? I guess that was easy. There's a lot of armor on these guys. A little bit too much armor for my liking. Oh, we got Isabel though, that's good.
Make love, not war.
Carny petals.
Oh my, that's a lot of veterans. These lads. Oh, hello. Could almost kill you. Arbalest. I don't like you, Arbalest. Alright. I think I yoink this lad.
Life is mine now.
Oh, he's gonna try to kill this? It makes sense, right? Highest, lowest unit in Isabel. Got a lot of damage. Got a lot of points.
Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
Ow. 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 You're just making her bigger, dude. Do you not know what you are actually doing?
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Ooh. Pike boys. Oh, hello. I will go for Lyrian Arbalest here, right? Actually, just go Odo. I don't want to smash. I mean, I could smash this and just Odo and just recharge.
Forward march!
Yeah, this is pretty good.
We'll catch them all!
If anyone asks,
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
This is looking pretty overwhelming.
Yes.
It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful.
Alright, I think we should be good here.
Eddie Dwyer.
Whoa, 3 points. So busted. Should be good.
Edrilto dum anima est.
Victory, your grace!
Victory!
The city is ours!
The city
The
is
battle
ours!
for Grata was a hard fight, though not quite as hard as most had thought it might be. During the assault, at its critical juncture, a blow fell from the blue. The unlikely heroes, merchants and burghers brought together by the city's guilds. A wave of them, all riled, swarmed the blackclads at the gates and opened them wide to let Lyria in.
Hey.
As fighting died down around the
sorry,
city,
skip that.
Neve rode for the town hall on a personal quest. Nilfgaard's vast, garish banner rippled overhead. With its halyard cut, it plunged like a great black bird, stricken. It was the last any would see of the golden sun over Gradobor.
3 cheers! Hip, hip,
Yeah.
Lyrians were victorious, though not without aid. Neve met with the merchants who had roused the townsfolk, inspired them to rise up and fight.
Many of my soldiers, dozens, perhaps hundreds, owe you their lives today.
Said the queen.
For that, I am deeply grateful. No, deeply indebted. Should you know a way I might repay the debt, don't for a moment hesitate to ask.
No, and they immediately ask.
The merchants exchanged glances, nodded, grunted, agreed with each other without uttering a word. Then one, a clothfuller, his moustache most robust, stepped forth, bowed low, and spoke for them all.
Your Majesty, the invaders brought laws. Laws what don't agree with customs we've long held. Non-humans they forced us to accept. Let them join our guilds, sit on the city council. It's right ridiculous it is. These treacherous dwarves, why, they've been on their side from the start, so it's no wonder. But, well, the Nilfgaardian reforms, we'd like you to revoke them. Non-humans must know their place.
An awkward silence ensued. All turned their eyes to the queen, awaiting her response.
Equality, I guess? Yeah, come on, don't be a little bish. Like, I've been with the Mahakam boys, and they cool.
I agree. Non-humans must know their place.
Began the queen.
So listen closely, all. Whether elf, dwarf, gnome, or human, it matters not. My subjects are equal.
Your Grace, you said it thysen. Were it not for us...
My troops would have died, true. Yet among the dead, there'd have been dwarves of Mahakam, I've no doubt. Dwarves who agreed to fight by my side
Exactly.
when none believed I could prevail.
Exactly.
The tradesman huffed, the tradesman puffed. Neve silenced them with a firm swipe of her hand. She left Gradobor that very day, furious at the city's merchants for their bigotry, and irked at an unpleasant truth, that even the vile Nilfgaardians occasionally got something right. Come nightfall, the Lyrians pitched camp. Neve sat down and stared into the fire. Her officers, advisors, kept their distance, unsure if her eyes burned with the fire's reflection or a fury deep inside. Only Gabor dared approach her.
Again, not long back, I asked myself, Gabor, you bampot, you gone bar me? Left my home, clan, family, and for why? To follow a human queen. But the day you showed me, I made the right choice.
Oh, plus, gang, that's how we roll, baby.
Gabor stood and went back to the mess tent.
Oof,
and
we
lingered a bit longer.
got a busted Gabor.
Seen Neve smile.
Ah, yeah, that made me happy. Gabor's a cool guy. Let's look at Gabor plus. I hate how they take it out of the deck. Damage by 20. Play 3 trinkets from your deck? Are you mad? This might be a bit too good. I mean, in the sense of it's not gonna do me well. But dealing 20 damage could actually be really helpful. Especially against all the armor that Nilfgaard has right now. Look at these dwarves. Milady, couriers have arrived from Macam, the Secret Bank. To be more precise, they arrived with several sacks of heavy with coins. You're earning from the investment you made with them. Invest and you shall receive. Distribute among our soldiers. That's a good joke, CDPR. That's a very good joke. Distribute among the soldiers. Get out of here. Is that a succubus? That looks like a succubus. But it's probably just elves. Your Grace, these hovels are inhabited by elves. They're starving, for none in Grata are willing to trade for them. They've offered to sell what little they have for next to nothing. Mere scrap and modest coin. Such a fabled rival I cannot deny. I'll not prey on their misfortunes. I shall trade with them, but a fair price. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm like... Yeah, you can have some money. Just if you're willing to give me something for cheap, I'll take it for cheap. I'm running a kingdom over here. I'm not a cherry case, you know? Alright, we got some other Nilfgaardians ready to fight, or ready to win in this case, as you will see in 1, 2, 3. Hey, let's go. Attention elf, dwarves, halflings, and other wild non-humans. Queen Maeve hereby proclaims that upon regaining my throne, you shall be punished for aiding the enemy in wartime. Your affiliation, or lack thereof, with the so-called squirrels is unimportant, for treacherous blood nevertheless flow through your veins, and it must be split. Well, we clearly saw that that's not the case, so... These are most definitely not true. Ooh, we're at a cemetery. What's going on here?
As the Lyrians passed a cemetery, marching along its ivy-covered wall, they heard mourners wailing pitifully to a priestess's moving song. The soldiers dutifully lowered their heads. Their minds sought out fallen comrades and kin, and they wondered whom else the war would yet claim.
Listen,
said Gascon, stirring Maeve from her own meditation.
I think I'll veer off for a bit.
What for? To offer your condolences?
In a manner of speaking. But just go on. I'll rejoin you soon.
Uh-oh. I kind of want to follow him. But I think if I continue on, he'll actually tell me what's going on. Huh. This is a tough decision. This is actually a very tough decision. You know what? Let's leave Gascon alone. I do trust him fully now.
Maeve nodded, spurred her mount, and rode on. By nightfall, Gascon had indeed rejoined the force. Ignoring his companion's inquisitive looks, he simply sat and stared fixedly into the fire. Maeve thought Gascon would explain his absence, or at the very least devise a witty excuse for absconding. But he never uttered a word.
Oh. Should I have followed him, guys? I'm curious what that actually was. I didn't want to follow Gascon. I really didn't. I feel like I didn't want to invade his privacy. My lady, neckers have nested in the field. The beasts have a nasty habit of hoarding stone trinkets. We may unearth some of them, but I cannot guarantee we'll escape without losses. Losses it is! Well, losses we shall have, and I shall not care. Fight the Nilfgaardians. I'll see you at the victory screen. This is mostly what this looks like. It's just me waiting for the computer to do something. Yeah, easy. Whatever. Oh, we got another map? Whew. Your Majesty, a hunter from the shack came out to meet us. He said he'd found an object most odd and mystical while out hunting. Could be a piece of something larger, though of that we can't be sure. He thought it may prove interesting to your Grace, and he's offering to sell it. 100? Sure, whatever. Ooh, Dragon's Dream.
The Devil's Tower. We draw near, your Grace.
No sign of Villem yet, far as I can see.
Unsurprising. Prompt he never was.
The Queen had chosen to meet Villem at Devil's Tower, and not without purpose. The structure stood on an isle, so no foe could approach without first exposing themselves on a narrow bridge. The isle had little vegetation midst which to conceal a large force. A small unit could evade detection. Altogether, not much to fear.
No escorts were your terms,
began Gascon, with a hint of mischief.
but better safe than sorry, I always say.
What are you suggesting?
Yours truly and 4 chaps behind the walls. Give a signal, any signal, and we'll leap to your side.
Maeve struggled with her conscience. There was no honor in Gascon's plan, but prudence, certainly. In the end, she nodded in agreement, though not without compunction. Villem arrived soon after. The heavily armored cavalry he had in tow was clearly there to boost his courage. He left them at the foot of the bridge and rode across alone. A stiff wind from the river nearly made off with his ermine fur cloak. Villem and the mother who'd borne him stood face to face. They gazed into each other's eyes, waiting to see who would look away first. When neither did, Meve broke the silence.
Time flies,
both
and I have a
stubborn.
kingdom to liberate. No need to drag this out. What's this about? Tell me.
I thought my messenger already did.
Oh, he did. And how? Villem I wishes to arrange a truce. Only, Villem I is in no position to parley on an equal footing. Villem I can, at most, offer his unconditional surrender, because Villem I's losing this war.
Yes, Mother, I am. And I see that by losing I've at last made you content.
Oh, play the victim. We're not here to discuss us, but the war. No, don't play the victim.
Don't play the victim. What next? Will you say you turned cloak because Mummy showed no warmth? Displayed no feelings?
'Twould be unfair, any such judgment. You did show feelings. Chiefly enmity, contempt. But that's not why I betrayed you. No, I simply disagreed with your choices, assessments.
I had every right to do what I considered just and good.
My choices are the only choices.
And I had every right to voice my view, which you ever ignored.
He's a little ferret. I just saw that. That's funny.
Yet this is neither the time nor the place to discuss that. Let us parley as strangers. I'm losing, you say. And you're right. But I haven't lost yet. And have no intention to surrender. I am ready, however, to renounce my fealty to the Empire and pledge my forces to you.
Oh.
As long as you fulfill my conditions.
Mm-hmm. Let me hear them.
First, you will not rescind the reforms I've authorized already, any of them. Second, you will guarantee both my safety and that of my advisors. Third, I shall remain your heir, and next in line for the throne.
Ooh. I mean, I want to kind of arrest him. But if I say, the only way to put him in our squad, because he's my son. I still love him. I still love my son. So, the terms weren't that bad anyway. It's not like he wanted me to, kill Odo or something. Like, alright, sure, whatever.
Impudent child. Insolent beyond all measure.
Well, I had to try. Goodbye, Mother. And may you...
Hold. I didn't say I reject them.
It's come my turn to listen.
You're impertinent, Villem. As you should be. Any future king must be certain of himself and his judgments.
Yeah.
Rely on none but himself.
Yeah.
Thank you. I never suspected...
I'm not done. Time now you heard my conditions. You shall remove crown and royal cloak. You shall labor from dawn till dusk. And you shall fight at the fore in every battle. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, Your Majesty.
It's settled then. Now the road beckons.
Aw, I'm such a good
bowed,
mother.
Turned and walked away. Meve followed, still angry, though she could not stifle a smile.
Oh, we got the big boy Villem.
Soon thereafter, Meve's army set out towards Rivia Castle. It would not be long now before the decisive battle.
Ooh, 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 ooh. The decisive battle. You know what that means. That means we're getting this treasure first. There you go. We got Premium Villem. Let's see what Villem does. When Meve uses her ability, move Prince Villem and all units with the same power to the opposite row. This is useless. I should have accepted this. This is garbage. I don't even put this in my deck. What a useless card. Hey, we got Villem chilling with the non-humans.
How do
What's
you
up,
fare,
dude?
my son? My advisors, have you met them?
I certainly tried, but they've no wish to speak with me. Begin to mumble when I draw near. Even the ridiculously reverent Count Reynard.
Well, suspicion must still grip their minds. And for good reason, you must admit.
Yes. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, that's plain to see.
And you shall get to it straight away. As soon as we've spoken. Your reforms. Tell me about them. You insist that I not repeal them. They must be a source of pride.
Mother, why must you mock me? If you wish, I shall tell you.
Well, I'm
if I
curious.
refuse, gladly so. Yet not dare you scoff them and ridicule me.
No, If there any God, I mean,
If there's
yeah.
any merit to them, you've naught to fear.
Yeah, honestly.
Now tell me.
I began by clarifying key aspects of the rights of spoil and staple.
Meve listened intently and with rising interest. With her son's every word, her skepticism waned, giving way to swelling pride.
No, they're just gonna skip over all this stuff.
And thence my decision to revoke Sparla's trade privileges. You stand quiet, Mother.
There are few things I enjoy less than admitting I was wrong. We'll go over it all again, Villem, in detail, when peace comes, at a meeting of the Council of Peers. General at Dahi, you must tell me more about it.
Yes, I need more information.
I think it's wise to know one's foes.
Actually, Mother, he reminds me of you.
Ah.
Anyways.
Truly? You're serious?
Mm-hmm. He's proud, confident, and positively loathes compromise.
I'll take that as a compliment. But do we differ in any way? I mean, besides the beard.
Is he as greedy as I am?
Contempt. He behaves as though he sees in us a different, lower race. The way some elves do. All the north he treats as a wilderness to be tamed, to be broken.
I saw this in Edirn. I know what you speak of. But I won't allow him to do anything of the sort.
Mother, I know Nilfgaard has not defeated you in battle. I know you've gone from one victory to the next, but I beg you, don't underestimate him. He's prepared to do anything.
Uh-oh.
Literally, to win.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to thank you.
But whatever for?
For your courage in believing
The
in
face.
Reconciling.
The
For
book.
extending a hand and helping all this fall into place. I wouldn't have done so. Ever. I would have fought it to the bitter end.
Mother, I understand.
If we hadn't, well, what might have happened? I don't even want to think about it.
Then don't, please. Let's just leave this all behind us. It's the past.
We shall speak later, my son.
Alright, so I was gonna end the episode there, but, I mean, like, I looked at the map and saw that there's, like, this whole place to discover, and then this is probably the final mission. So we're gonna just discover this whole place, and then we're gonna end the episode. That sound good to you? Probably. I mean, you can't really answer me. You can just talk to your screen or something, but that would just make you look like an insane person.
Your Grace,
said Reynard,
What's going on here?
saluting and clicking his heels.
peasants
Look at
from the
that face.
Scala region have arrived at camp. Supplicants, wishing to deliver a plea to your person.
Meve sighed. Supplicants, trials, audiences, all aspects of queendom she did not miss.
Very well. Bring them here.
She replied.
And instruct them to be brief, with no digressions.
The band of commoners was led by a sturdily built beekeeper dubbed Ethelred, son of Theobald. Finding himself in the Queen's presence, he fell to his knees and waved his arms in his best impression of proper etiquette.
Oh, my lady, the Queen, your gracious mightiness. Take pity on us tillers and toilers. Wars all around, leaving us but scraps to live off and barely that, to be honest. So we beg you, don't do it. Don't raise the levies. We can't pay more than...
What?
Meve interrupted.
What the devils are you talking about?
What? Your decree? One they nailed to our notice board.
The peasant said, sheepishly pulling out a parchment and pointing to the relevant paragraph with his rough finger.
We, Queen Meve, do hereby proclaim that if our throne we shall recover, the tallage, murage, and pavage we shall raise threefold. The expenses of this war for to compensate at the cost of the common folk.
Disgusting.
Meve and Reynard exchanged astonished glances.
I mean, we saw
They issued no
3 of
such
these
decree.
already.
Yet the document bore her signature and seal.
Villem, did you have a hand in this?
No, Mother.
The prince said, shaking his head.
We were at odds, true. But never would I have forged your name.
Then who fabricated this decree?
The Nilfgaardians.
The queen replied without hesitation.
They have access to my seal, to my scribes. They wish to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt, turn my folk against me. And they are liars without any honor.
The queen tore the falsified document to shreds. Knowing this would solve nothing, she had to find the printers churning out these fakeries and end their run.
Destroy the Gutenbergs. Alright, we got a fight against Nilfgaardian lads. The black lads, and we're gonna be victorious as always. Yay! It's so easy sometimes. I wonder how hard it's gonna be to beat Ardle. It's probably gonna be a lot harder than this. I think against Ardle you just need to draw Isbel and you're good. I mean, in general, you just need to draw Isbel and you're good. Ooh, look at that, it's a puzzle. Play the ingredient card that matches the scent of each unit. Sometimes throwing an ally into the fire is the best way out. Okay. This battle will last only one round. Okay. So, every turn on turn start, consume the leftmost card on the melee row. If it was an ingredient, remove 1 power from the troll soup. If it was a unit, Meve loses the battle. It explains the ingredient. Ooh, what? Oh, okay. Ingredient alchemist, prized by all trolls for the tender flesh steamed in roots and herbs over many years. So it's either mandrake or wolfsbane. Got your meat but no fire to cook it. This will do the trick. Prized by all the tender flesh steamed in roots and herbs over many years. Guess this. Okay. Carries the stench of chi. Oh, this one's easy. Day and night up to their elbows and corpses can't mistake the smell for anything else. It's not a proper meal without a carcass. I guess it's this. During war's quieter moments, he picks mushrooms and okay, that was an easy one. So this was just a reading comprehension. Thanks, education. Oh, look at that, it's an Arrakis. Arrakis puzzle. Boost 1 unit to at least 125 power. Damage all enemies by 1 and boost an ally by the amount damaged. Force an Arrakis drone to consume adjacent horizontal or vertical units. If the power of any consumed unit was odd, boost Arrakis drone by its power. If it was even, damage Arrakis drone by its power. Good. Okay. So what does this do? If we do this. Okay. I mean, this should be quite easy, right? That was very easy. What was the point of all these other cards? Hell yeah, woman. Tell them that.
Lady, the traitors run before you. Find me a map and I'll show you where they buried the loot.
Oh, this one we didn't even look up. Ah, haha, look at me! I actually didn't look. Usually I look those up, but this one I actually found myself. I'm kind of proud of that. Oh, there's another question mark here. What's this question mark on about? Your Majesty, we found corpses in the tents. Traveling merchants, it appears. Seems like they killed whilst they slept, drained of blood. To the last drop, they've already buried the bodies, but don't know what to do with the wares. We'll take the wares, then. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? I've been your queen for so long. You should already know the procedures. Oh, what's going on over here?
Oi, Mevey!
Cried Gascon.
Mevey?
Paying no heed to courtly etiquette.
Come here a minute.
Would it hurt so terribly to occasionally address me by Your Grace or Your Majesty?
Didn't want to be petty, but since you bring it up, you've never once addressed me as the Duke of Dogs.
Meve sighed, rolling her eyes.
He's got a point.
My lads jumped one of the Blackclad's transports. Guess what they were hauling?
Gascon handed Meve a pot
Humans?
filled to the brim with a thick, dark fluid.
Tar.
Paint?
Close. Prince's ink. Same tone used in those phony decrees.
Meve spun on her heel, put a hand to her mouth, and yelled,
Reynard! Send scouts to comb the area!
Her soldiers returned a few hours later with good news. They were able to find a Nilfgaardian printer's workshop hidden in an abandoned barn. It was guarded by a division of elite infantry.
Right. So?
Gascon thumbed the edge of his blade.
Shall we stop the presses?
Yeah.
Time for the Nilfgaardians to publish a retraction.
Spoke the queen as she drew her sword.
Signed with their own blood.
Ooh.
Follow me!
The Lyrians did not need to be told twice. Their queen's honor, her good name, that was a cause well worth fighting for.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Guess I played Bomber first.
Watch your heads!
Otherwise, it's gonna be a bit awkward.
Order! You sure about that?
Alright, we're gonna play 3 goddamn trinkets here. Starting off with this. Then we move on to this.
I'm a woman.
Again and again and again.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
Life is mine now.
Oh my, double Wagenberg? Alright, please give me...
Sorry, turnips
Not
back
that.
for an encore.
Alright, what do I take back? Oh, I take back Bomb Heaver and just play him again next turn. And smash him. Keep smashing. There you go. Oh, these are gonna lose a lot of points. This Bomb Heaver is gonna go off. Alright, that's good. Double Bomb Heaver. I might have to change my leader from Flail to the Squirtle one. Because realistically, Flail is kind of useless at this point.
Catch! Claw and cat down!
Alright, just do this. Let the fire do the trick. The passive points are nuts.
Scheiß! In! Zwei! Death is only the beginning!
Off to the front yet again.
Oh yeah, now it's looking like a win here. Yeah, this is looking like a win now.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Scheiß! In! Zwei!
Left, right, left, right.
Ever had a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Yes. That's what I like to see. You talking smack?
Yet again.
You're gonna regret talking smack to me, ever. Alright, sweet.
They weren't expecting us. Seems they believed their own blarney.
The Nilfgaardians fought fiercely, led by a seasoned covert agent. Seeing he would soon fall into enemy hands, he put a knife to his throat and, in a quick slash, sent blood pouring over paper and still wet ink. Reynard leapt towards him, trying to stanch the red tide. But it was too late, and the spy's secrets perished with his last gargled breath. Meve picked up a freshly printed pamphlet. The document listed her many crimes and misdeeds, the true and the manufactured alike. Above the main body of the text, an etching depicted her, well, in a very unflattering manner.
How about a taste of their own medicine?
Asked Gascon, piecing blocks of type into a scathingly foul phrase.
Me and the lads will scratch out a couplet about Epdahi, spread it around the countryside, give the folk a hearty laugh at those tossers' expense.
Begin producing your own propaganda. I think this is gonna start a vicious circle. It sounds very compelling. It's gonna just create a vicious circle. But I do like to make fun of them,
Yes,
so let's do
these
it.
presses should be put to good use.
The Queen said.
But printing lewd jests is not it. We must spread facts. Tell what the Nilfgaardians did in Aldersburg, how they tried to murder me in Mahakam and Angren. What fate lies in store for those they conquer?
Gascon grew serious and set the ink-stained type back down.
Get to work. Before the sun sets, I wish to hold the first document in my hands.
Oh, I thought we were gonna make fun of him.
Soon, in every town,
Oh, we
village,
got
and tavern,
cash!
there hung a notice detailing Nilfgaard's crimes. The outraged Rivians did what they could to strengthen the Queen's army. Some by offering coin, others by joining her ranks.
Oh, gang, gang, gang. Oh, that's where one treasure is. That's cool. What are we gonna get? We're gonna get a cheeky little border. Nice. Alright, so we're now going to Caldwell's estate.
The traitorous Caldwell family's residence loomed into view.
They're all fat.
Against the
What a
horizon,
surprise.
it looked suitably sinister. Yet the manor had changed since Meve last saw it. 2 new wings, ornate towers, a grand colonnade. And the windows now glistened with stained glass, the gilded hue of imperial suns.
We must pay them a visit.
Seethed the Queen. The great double doors opened with an echoing thud. Just inside them stood the heir to the estate, Dragomir, his wife and 3 children by his side, and Helena, the treacherous Count's widow. Sliding the cap from his head, thus giving proof of the family's hereditary baldness, Dragomir knelt down upon one knee.
Your Grace, my father's betrayal stands beyond doubt and exoneration.
The young Caldwell said flawlessly, and in a single breath, as if he'd practiced a dozen times.
And his death at your hands was most well deserved. I beseech you to lay your trust in Prince Villem. He'll confirm I knew naught of my father's plans. I humbly ask that you not punish me for his sins. Allow me to stay on my ancestral lands, to serve faithfully as your loyal subject.
I believe not a word slithering out of his mouth,
Whispered Reynard.
The first chance he gets to stab you in the back, he will take.
Banished!
Convenient to make this request now, don't you think? Why not earlier?
Meve asked, crossing her arms and raising her chin.
It would have behooved you to send a messenger once I'd crossed into Rivia.
Yeah.
Preferred to speak to you directly.
Yeah,
Your Grace.
sure you did.
For you held out hope. Hope that the Blackclads would yet defeat me. You stood on their side till the last. No. The Caldwells I trusted once, but I shan't make that error again. You've one day to pack your chattels and go. Leave my country.
Dragomir rose from his knee and shook out the cap he'd crushed in supplication.
Only ever as a corpse, Your Majesty.
He hissed,
Yeah.
his vulnerable demeanor gone in a flash.
If you'll not take me for your vassal, you must take me as your foe. Men, to arms!
Yeah,
At
he's
this sign, armed men
treacherous
rushed
little
from the
bastard.
house while archers appeared atop the roof. Clearly, Dragomir had expected to be refused.
Oh yeah, of course. The little sly boy. Overpower your opponents with the 5 turns? What the hell? What does that even mean? Caldwell's adherent. Trigger all loyal abilities twice. Oh, that's good. What does this do? Every turn on turn start reduces card's timer by 5. If Meve is winning, when the timer reaches 0, Meve wins the battle. Oh, okay.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Aye.
There's been a mistake.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Can't take it.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Okay.
One bullet's all I need.
Douche, douche, douche. I'm gonna use Odo here.
We must trust each other.
Play this.
Bigger they are, easier
This,
they
this,
are
this.
to target.
Douche, douche, douche. And skadoosh. I mean, this deck is a complete scrub deck. What an absolute scrub deck he has. He just got Synthpin.
Tell me you jest.
That was pretty good though.
Give me a time.
Ow. Oh, that's pretty good though. The double loyal on these is pretty good though. But I just yoink one of the big boys and smash myself. Yee.
Arbalist to your command.
Yeah, this is over.
I'm a monster.
What? Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Doop, 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 no, doop, I guess. Bye bye, Caldwell boy. Well, I could just pass. And you lose. Mwahaha.
Father was right about you.
He sure was. Ooh, we got Shrike.
Dragomir lay in the courtyard of his extravagant manor. With the last of his strength, he clawed at the colored gravel. He resembled an insect that was hurt, damaged, yet pulled itself along as if it could somehow escape death. The Queen knelt beside him and gazed into his clouded eyes.
I want you to know your family will be looked after. You've relatives in Kedwen. They'll be sent there, properly escorted, with the proper stipend.
Dragomir wished to say something, but choked on his own blood. He was dead a moment later. The Queen slowly stood and gave the order to march. She rode at the front of the column, deep in thought.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And Caldwell fell from, like, I don't know, 50 stories or something. So he fell quite high. Oh, we got a golden chest here as well. I mean, of course, it's the Caldwell mansion. If they don't have golden chests, I will not accept anything. It's a lame border. Actually, that's a pretty cool border. I don't know why I said that was lame. That was pretty cool. Alrighty then. Time to move on. Oh, is that a werewolf? Hello. Never fought a werewolf before, but it's just gonna be the victory screen at this point. Whoa, that skin's pretty cool though. That has to be mentioned. That's a pretty cool skin. Dude, if that were a skin in Gwent, I'd buy that. Alright, and there you go. Wolves, I guess they were kind of new, but they were pretty weak actually. Alright, what is this gonna do? This is just a bunch of corpses. Your Majesty, I advise you to come close to this church. It seems Nilfgaardian swords have repurposed it as a mass grave. Alright, bury them. I don't really care. Like, we're so stacked on money anyway at this point, and we got nothing to upgrade, and I think my deck's okay as it is. Oh, look at that. It's a huge enough... Oh, wait, this is where the treasure is, right? Yeah. Alrighty then. Let's go. Ooh, we got Premium Evo. That's pretty cool as well. And I think... in the midst of all that, I'm actually going to end the episode. Now, if my predictions are correct, I think this next episode will be the last, so make sure to check that one out when it finally comes out. And if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you soon.